Today we're going to show you how to do a granny stripe stitch. So to start off, we're going to create a slip knot. So to do that, we cross our yarn over and then pull the tail that's connected to the ball through the loop and then slide it onto your hook. So to create a granny stripe, you're going to work in multiples of 3 plus your turning chain. So today for this video, we're going to chain 15 and then 2 extra chains for our turning chain. And the next step is to create our foundation row. So to do that, we're going to insert our hook into the second chain from our hook. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through. And that's your first single crochet. And then we'll continue to single crochet into each chain until we reach the end of our row. And depending on your pattern, you may have this step, you may not, but for this video, we're going to show you with a foundation row of single crochet. So today we're going to be working with double crochet. So to create the height of our next row, we're going to create a turning chain of 3. So chain 1, 2, and 3. And now we turn our work. And for our first cluster of double crochets, we're going to work into the same chain or the same stitch as our chain 3. So this little guy. So yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that stitch, pull it through, yarn over your hook, pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through your 2 loops. And that is your first cluster. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches and go into our 3rd stitch. So you can see we've got 1, 2, 3. So yarn over, insert your hook into the 3rd stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull it through the first 2, yarn over, pull it through the remaining 2. And we're going to repeat that 2 more times so that we have 3 stitches into that 1 stitch to create a cluster. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull it through, and then complete your 2nd double crochet. And then we'll do 1 more double crochet into the same stitch. So you can see that we've got 3 stitches into that 1 stitch. So now we're going to skip 2 stitches and go into our 3rd stitch. And we'll continue this pattern until we reach the end of our row. Now that we have 3 stitches left, it's time to finish off our row. So to do that, we're going to work into the last stitch on our row and create a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook into that last stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through your first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. And now we're going to do another double crochet into that same stitch. So we'll finish the row with 2 double crochets into our last stitch. And you can see that we're starting to create that cluster pattern. So now we're going to move on to our third row. So to do that, we'll start by creating the height of our next row. So we're going to chain 3 and we're going to change colors. So to do that, yarn over with your new color and pull it through the loop on your hook, and that's your first chain. Pull it nice and snug so it's secure, and then yarn over, pull through, chain 2, and now chain 3. And so it's time to turn our work. And we'll just cut the old color and then we'll secure it once we're finished. So turn your work, and now we're going to work back into the clusters that we have created. So you can see that we've got these spaces in between our clusters. So that is where we're going to put our hook. So yarn over, insert your hook into your first space, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through the remaining 2 loops, and that's your first double crochet. And then we'll do it twice more. And that is your first cluster done. So now we're going to work straight into the next space with 3 double crochets. And then we'll continue to do 3 double crochets into each space until we reach the end of our row. So now that we've crocheted our clusters into each space, we're going to finish the row off by doing a double crochet into the top of our chain 3 on the end. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through the remaining 2 loops. And then we're going to do 1 more double crochet into the same chain. And that is the end of your 3rd row. And to keep up with the pattern, we're going to change colors again. So to do that, we'll chain 3 with our new color. So we'll create our turning chain of 1, 2, 3, and turn our work. So for this row in the pattern, we're going to do a double crochet into the same stitch as our chain 3. So insert your hook, pull it through, yarn over, pull through, and then finish that double crochet. And now we work into the first space and do 3 double crochets. So to create the granny stripe pattern, we're basically going to repeat row 3 and this row 4 that we're currently doing, and that will give us nice straight clean edges with our granny stripe. So that is our first 2 clusters done, and now we're going to work into each space and create 3 double crochets until we hit the end of our row. And now to complete the row, we are going to create a double crochet into that final space. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, finish that double crochet, and then we'll do one more into the same space. And by repeating row 3 and row 4 back to back, you'll be able to do a beautiful granny stripe.